प्रणवस्वरूपा पाहि गजानन विघ्ननाशा विनायका। प्रणवस्वरूपा पाहि गजानन विघ्ननाशा विनायका। पाहि गजानन विघ्ननाशा। एकदंता हे गुणवंता विघ्ननाशा विनायका। एक दंता हे गुणवंता विघ्ननाशा विनायका। क्षितिजन पालन सिंदूर बदना विघ्ननाशा विनायका। क्षितिजन पालन सिंदूर वदना विघ्ननाशा विनायका। महादेव शिव गौरी नंदन विघ्ननाशा विनायका। महादेव शिव गौरी नंदन विघ्ननाशा विनायका। प्रणव स्वरूपा पाहि गजानन विघ्ननाशा विनायका। एकदंता हे गुणवंता विघ्ननाशा विनायका। क्षितिजन पालन सिंदूर वदना विघ्ननाशा विनायका। महादेव शिव गौरी नंदन विघ्ननाशा विनायका। महादेव शिव गौरी नंदन विघ्ननाशा विनायका। प्रणव स्वरूपा पाहि गजानन विघ्ननाशा विनायका। मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर भव सागर तरणम। मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर भव सागर तरणम। गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय। गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय। सत्य साईनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय। सत्य साईनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय। ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमो। ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमो। अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिवो। ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओम नमो बाबा। ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओम नमो बाबा। मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर भव सागर तरणम। गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय। सत्य साईनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय। ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमो। अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिवो ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओम नमो बाबा ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओम नमो बाबा ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओम नमो बाबा मानस भज रे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर भव सागर तरनम राम रहीम को भजने वाले तेरे पुजारी बाबा राम रहीम को भजने वाले तेरे पुजारी बाबा तेरा नाम एक सारा तेरा नाम एक सारा तेरा नाम एक सहारा तेरा नाम एक सहारा तेरा नाम एक सहारा तेरा नाम एक सहारा तुम ही हो गीता तुम ही रामायण तुम ही हो वेद पुराण ओ बाबा तुम ही हो गीता तुम ही रामायण तुम ही हो वेद तेरा नाम एक सहारा तेरा नाम एक सहारा तेरा नाम एक सहारा तेरा नाम एक सहारा बाबा तेरा नाम एक सहारा रहीम को भजने वाले तेरे पुजारी बाबा। तेरा नाम एक सहारा, तुम ही हो गीता, तुम ही रामायण, तुम ही हो वेद कुरान। तेरा नाम एक सहारा, तेरा नाम एक सहारा, तेरा नाम एक सहारा, तेरा नाम एक सहारा, तेरा नाम एक सहारा। गोविंद जय जय, गोपाल जय जय, गोविंद जय जय, गोपाल जय जय। राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय, राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय। गोविंद जय जय, गोपाल जय जय, गोविंद जय जय, गोपाल जय जय। राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय, राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय। राम रहीम को भजने वाले तेरे पुजारी बाबा। तेरा नाम एक सहारा। Remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, who I am. Remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, who I am. I am Om, eternal Om. I am Om, I am Om, eternal Om. Through this life of distraction and of illusion, remind me, my Lord, who I am. Through this life of distraction and of illusion, remind me, my Lord, who I am. I am truth, I am peace, divine bliss. I am truth, I am peace, divine bliss. Prema Swarupa, remind me, my Lord, who I Ananda Swarupa, hey Prema Swarupa, remind me, my Lord, who I am love, I am love, you are love. I am love, 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 I am love, you are love. Remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, who I am Om, eternal Om. Through this life of distraction and of illusion, remind me, my Lord, who I am. I am truth, I am peace, divine bliss. Ananda Swarupa, hey Prema Swarupa, remind me, my Lord, who I am. I am love, I am love, you are love. I am love, 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 I am love, you are love. I am love, I am love, you are love. Remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, who I am.
Sairam and welcome to you all. We'll start the program with the Sai Rudram, which will be chanted by 4 young ladies from one of the local centers.
सर्वरोगनिवारकाय च उचितचिकित्साप्रदायकाय च नमो विश्वविद्यालयस्थापकाय च सद्विद्याबोधकाय च नमो निरन्तरग्रामसेवा तत्पराय च नित्यसङ्कीर्तन प्रोत्साहकाय च नमः सम्प्रदायपोषकाय च संस्कृतिपुनर्जीवकाय च नमो वेदोद्धरणाय च वेदवेदाङ्गवैभवाय च नमो ज्ञानसिद्धिप्रदायकाय च सर्वयोगसाराय च नमः सर्वरागसम्मेलनाय च सङ्गीतगानलोलाय च नमः सर्वान्तर्यामिने च सुलभप्रसन्नाय च नमो विश्वजनन्ये च विभूतिप्रसादकाय च नमो लीलामानुषाय च लिङ्गोद्भवाय च नमो ज्ञाननिर्मूलकाय च हृदयपरिवर्तकाय च नमः सर्वमन्त्रसाराय च सर्वमतसमन्वयाय च ॐ नमः श्री सद्गुरु साईनाथाय नमो नमः शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः श्रीगुरवे नमः हरिः ओम् सत्यभावं च मे प्रेमभावं च मे धर्मभावं च मे शान्तिभावं च मे क्षमाभावं च मे ज्ञानं च मे श्रद्धा च मे बुद्धिश्च मे सुमतिश्च मे सुकृतिं च मे धीतिश्च मे सर्वभूतदया च मे निस्वार्थसेवा तत्पर samastalokaah sukhino bhavantu. Samastalokaah sukhino bhavantu. Samastalokaah sukhino bhavantu. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Sai Ram, what a special night it is for us tonight to be in the presence of our beloved Lord, Sri Satya Sai Baba. I offer myself at his lotus feet, but in effect he already has me all, so maybe it's not such a big offer. I want to share something with you that Swami said to me probably the first time I met him. I was talking about how grateful I was, that I had the past lives to accumulate all the punya so that I could actually be in his presence. And he said, no. All of that punya was burned the first time you caught a glimpse of me. The rest is my grace. So you're to be congratulated for having the grace to be here tonight. Swami's mission of selfless love and selfless service continues. Many of you know of the hospitals and schools, the water projects all over the world, including those in Malaysia. We have a new hospital coming up in Fiji, along with an ashram. In Nigeria, we have a school and a hospital, and in many other places. But in the last 15 days, I've seen something truly amazing happen. And that's a few of these little projects beginning in the United States. Saya Shreya is a program for homeless youth. Picture yourself being on the streets, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, with no place to live, no chance of an education, no food, no clothing, and no hope for much of a future. By the grace of our Lord, a program was started up in Northern California, and we've already taken 2 children off the street. They're being provided with an education, a place to live, all the basic necessities of life, and a job. We had a program at Harvard recently, and this was on business becoming involved in the community, because Swami taught us that the businesses as part of the community have the obligation to serve the community, and that in fact what we used to think of as charity or philanthropy is actually an investment in the community itself and in their own businesses. An outgrowth of that was just inaugurated a few days ago, a program called People Shores, which is now training youth for gainful employment in Silicon Valley. We also had a program at Stanford. It was our 3rd Science for Society meeting, and a little something happened after that program also. A group of like-minded individuals got together and realized that however many hospitals we build in India, there's 750,000 villages. And how can we possibly serve all these village kids? Well, a new program was just started that involves a satellite center that will reach out. It'll be a little center that'll have vans going into the surrounding villages accumulating all the data, all the medical data on the children, and referring them where needed to the different hospitals, including Swami's hospitals in Raipur and Delhi, and other hospitals to take care of all their needs medically. That was just begun. And of course, many of us in the room know about this one. We've been involved in helping it come to fruition. It's with a great deal of pleasure that I announce the beginning of the Center for Human Development, the first of Swami's centers in the United States. It'll be in Silicon Valley, and it's focused on developing all facets of humanity, body, mind, and spirit. And oh, by the way, it can be used freely by any group of like-minded individuals in any way that will benefit their communities. Of course, knowing that the United States is a little bit larger than just California, Swami said, why don't we have one on the East Coast? Well, we got one. Outside of Boston is a beautiful little community called Bedford, and there, surrounded by a forest, is going to be our second center. Now, all of these programs and all of the centers are to definitely transform our communities, to transform the individuals, but also they're to transform ourselves, for that is Swami's real focus, is our self-transformation that then will provide the bedrock for uplifting society. Swami used an expression that probably he used many times, but my little thick head, it's the first time it really hit me. He was talking about the different paths. He was talking about Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Raja Yoga, and Jnana Yoga. And then he started talking about the Seva Marga, the path of service, of selfless service that we're all on, and how it blends all of them. Because life is God's gift to us. What we do with it is our gift to Him. So you're all invited to join us in the projects and services throughout the country, in your own communities, in any way you want, because Swami has stressed again and again, all good works are His. The attitude is gratitude. That's what we need to develop. Love in action. And love in action comes in many forms. Tonight, we have a musical performance by two who really do put love into action. Now, Dimitris Lambrianos is an incredible musician. He plays over 30 instruments, and he taught both at NYU and at other colleges. He gave all of that up to come to Swami, to live in Mudnahalli, and teach Swami's students not only how to play music, but to feel the love in the music, so that that love is expressed whenever they play. Now, Dimitris started at age 5. Our brother Sumit, well, he was a little bit of an earlier bloomer. He started at age 3. He's from Fiji, and he's an incredible singer. Oh, we have some Fijians here. He's an incredible singer. Not only is his voice beautiful, but I've had the wonderful experience of being able to sit and watch him watch Swami while he's singing. And the love that pours out of him is just incredible. Well, Swami has commanded tonight that they do a few musical pieces for us. Please enjoy.
Swami, we offer ourselves at the Divine Lotus feet. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to sing to you today. Swami will offer three songs. The first is a beautiful song entitled Sagar Tumse Pani Leta. This song, dear devotees, makes an attempt to describe God. A very small attempt. So I request you all to just feel the divinity, feel His presence as we sing Sagar Tumse. सागर तुमसे पानी लेता, सूरज तुमसे धूप, सागर तुमसे पानी लेता, सूरज तुमसे धूप, सांसें चलती तुमसे ही साईं, सांसें चलती तुमसे ही साईं, तुम हो दिव्य स्वरूप हो, सागर तुमसे पानी लेता, सूरज तुमसे धूप, ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश है साईं, राम कृष्ण अल्लाह है साईं, ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश है साईं, राम कृष्ण अल्लाह है साईं, जल थल नभ के रूप तुम्ही से, ईश्वर का स्वरूप है साईं, साईं में ब्रह्मांड समाया, सब है साईं का रूप हो, सागर तुमसे पानी लेता, सूरज तुमसे धूप। तुमसे बहते झरने कल कल, तुमसे ही तारों की झिलमिल, तुमसे बहते झरने कल कल, तुमसे ही तारों की झिलमिल, इंद्रधनुष के रंग तुम्ही से, चंदा की शीतलता तुमसे, रस भी तुम और रंग भी तुम हो, सारे तेरे रूप, सागर तुमसे पानी लेता, सूरज तुमसे धूप, कलयुग के अवतार तुम ही हो, सृष्टि के श्रृंगार तुम ही हो, कलयुग के अवतार तुम ही हो, सृष्टि के श्रृंगार तुम ही हो, चाह नहीं अब कोई हमारी, तुझको जीवन कर दूं अर्पण, ऐसी दृष्टि ऐसी दृष्टि दृष्टि हो, ऐसी दृष्टि 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 दृष्टि, दृष्टि दे दो सब में, देखे तेरा रूप हो, सागर तुमसे पानी लेता, सूरज तुमसे धूप, सांसें चलती हो, सांसें चलती हो, सांसें चलती, सांसें चलती, तुमसे ही साईं तुम हो, दिव्य स्वरूप हो, तुम हो दिव्य स्वरूप हो, तुम हो दिव्य
Sairam. Next piece, I will play something on piano. Um, for many years, United States was a great influence to me. Many good musical styles came from this land, and I'm very grateful. So blues, jazz, funk, even rock, even many good composers, classical composers came. So today I will play something that is close to jazz, just to honor this great land. Sarah.
The last presentation will be a tribute to our most beloved Mother Sai. This song is entitled O Ma Sai Ma. Please close your eyes. Feel our Divine Mother Sai within us and bask in the glory of His divinity. जिसने सजाई खुशियाँ हमारी, जिसने बसाया जहां हो, जिसने सजाई खुशियाँ हमारी, जिसने बसाया जहां है, सबसे अच्छी सबसे प्यारी मेरी साई माँ हो, मेरी साई माँ, ओ माँ साई माँ, ओ माँ साई माँ। मन मंदिर की मूरत तुम हो, मैं एक प्रेम पुजारी, माँ का चल माँ की ममता पाई, तुमसे सारी है, बदले चाहे दुनिया सारी, बस बदलो तुम ना है, सबसे अच्छी सबसे प्यारी मेरी साई माँ हो, मेरी साई माँ। चरणों में है साईं तुम्हारी, सब नदियों का संगम, गीत भजन सुर साज तुम्ही से, तुमसे माँ सरगम, धर्म कर्म गुण ज्ञान तुम्ही से, सब तुमसे जन्मा है, सबसे अच्छी सबसे प्यारी मेरी साई माँ। तुझ में मुझ में दिल धड़कन सा एक अटूट सा रिश्ता, मात पिता गुरु भगवन और ज्ञानी बालक करना भूल क्षमा है सबसे अच्छी सबसे प्यारी मेरी साई माँ। ओ माँ साई माँ, ओ माँ साई माँ, ओ माँ साई माँ, ओ माँ साई माँ। ओ जिसने सजाई खुशियाँ हमारी, जिसने बसाया जहाँ, सबसे अच्छी सबसे प्यारी मेरी साई माँ हो, मेरी साई माँ। ओ माँ, everyone sing together. साई माँ, ओ माँ 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 साई माँ। Thank you, Swami. We love you.
Wow. Thank you. And thank you, Swami. Every time Sumit sings that song, it just, well, I'm looking at you, I can see it too. There are many things that Swami has taught us, many short phrases that encapsulate everything. One of them is love all, serve all. Now, for many of us here in the United States and in other places in the world, we thought that that was a motto from a place called the Hard Rock Cafe. Little did we know that the founder of the Hard Rock Cafe appropriated that saying from a little wooden sign over the canteen in Swami's ashram. We're very blessed tonight to have with us Isaac Tigert, who not only founded the Hard Rock Cafe in the House of Blues, but he also established the Rama Foundation. And the Rama Foundation built the first super specialty hospital of Swami's in Puttaparthi. And you'd think that after doing all of this, that Isaac would get a little bit of a rest. But Swami's given him probably the single biggest job of his life. Isaac is now in charge of the publications of the International Uvacha series, which is a compilation of Swami's discourses. He has a team of 150 people working with him in 30 different countries, and they're being translated into 20 different languages. He's a powerful and amazing speaker, my dear brother Isaac. I believe they have a hands-free mic over there for you. He needs a hands-free mic because he likes to wander while he talks.
So you think this hall is big enough? There's not an empty seat in the house. Swami carries all his celestial beings with him. In fact, I don't think there's a seat available. There's standing room at the back. It was amazing the other day. We have these incredible pujas wherever Swami's going to build these, as he calls them, spiritual centers, which will be the home of the third, the little one who's coming, Primasai. It took three. I was always fascinated, and I asked him to explain to us why three avatars in succession. It's unprecedented. But then there are many unprecedented things going on around Satsang. But it took three and the energy of three to change the yuga. We're about to enter a new yuga, and the last one, the very last yuga. The one currently is known as the Kali Yuga. It's been going on for about 10,000 years, the most selfish, crazy, lost yuga in which we started to identify totally with the mind and the body and lost our identity. We are really in the midst of a tremendous age of mistaken identity now. I mean, we arrive on the planet for a short period of time, we disappear, and no one even remembers who we were. I wonder how many people really know why they've come. There was a great sage named Samuel Clemens from America who actually said the two most important days in your life is the day you're born and the day you understand why. I wonder how many people in this room understand why they were born. Any hands? Anyone understand why they were born? We've got to come back, Swami. We're not doing a very good job. If you listen or have read all the great masters that have come to this incredible garden, this planet, they've all said the same thing, whether it's Jesus Christ, it was Zarathustra, Lao Tzu, Confucius, Mata Maharshi, Sri Aurobindo, all the greats from India, and of those that we don't even know from the times of the Toltecs, which were very advanced, amazing civilization in Central America, or a place that I'm very familiar with, the amazing Egyptian cultures. In fact, the other day when we were doing this puja, amazing in California, all the Egyptian gods came, including one that I worship dearly, Ra, the sun god, in all of his glory. But you've come for self-realization. What is self-realization? It's realizing your true identity. He's been talking about it since day one. You're all divine beings. You're all divine beings. You're not who you think you are. You're not only, you're immortal as well. Immortal and divine. How many people in here think that they're divine beings? Wow. Everybody? Well, we don't have to come back at all, Swami. Well, if you're a divine being, then you know that your essence is pure love, and that you can see this same divinity in everybody that you meet. Right? No, I don't think so. I mean, the song that they were singing, I've heard it so many times. It's a beautiful song. Remind me, my Lord, who I am. Well, why does he have to remind you? You're here to remind yourself. That's self-realization. But we are so selfish. We're all, this is a crazy, crazy time. People actually feel that they're insignificant. Now, I was blessed to live with a Swami sent me to work with a yogi for 10 years. And I'm writing about it now. He's even letting me talk about it. But I've left my body probably over 200 times, and Swami has been there and taking me to other worlds and other realms, of which there are so many. There's more beings than you could possibly imagine, more than on the planet Earth. And they're all connected. Every single thing is connected. And the cosmos is everything. That's the meaning of the word cosmos. And we're all connected. It's an extraordinary thing. Every person in this room, every flower, every tree, bird, animate, inanimate objects, other worlds, other beings, all connected. It's a collective consciousness. A collective consciousness. You think you're insignificant? You are so wrong. Everything you do affects the collective consciousness of the entire cosmos. So, kind acts, if you can't realize really who you are, and then don't think that I remember who I am. I try to put something in my life every day to remind myself. It's so very, very, very important. I mean, we're all alcoholics now, I think. Really, you know what an alcoholic is? I was one when I was younger. You know, I used to reach for a bottle of Jack Daniels first thing in the morning. I felt so insignificant, and down it went. Now I reach for this. Now I reach for this. This thing wants me to think that we're best friends all the time. This is a dangerous device. This really makes you insignificant and not connected to anybody. Oh, I wonder if Microsoft has written me a message today on some new software. It's amazing. Only in 10 years we've been taken over by this machine. Very dangerous. And I usually keep mine off. I like to make calls. You know. So this is an opportunity, and the hall is full. They are listening, and I'm sure you'd prefer to hear Swami speak, and we'll keep it short. But you're not insignificant. Every gesture, every thought, word, and deed, we're made of prana energy. You know, science says, well, there's some sort of electrical form, and it's keeping the heart beat. It beats the heart, makes the brain work. It's electrical energy. You know, it makes the whole nervous system happen. It's not. It's prana energy. It's your divinity itself. And I can tell you from my years with this yogi and this work that we did, which was extraordinarily frightening, imagine every thought since the beginning of time collecting on another dimension. First law of physics, energy, for every action, there's an equal a reaction. We call it in metaphysics the same, but it's called karma. Everything you do is going to be brought back to you. In fact, someone asked Swami, we have this beautiful question and answer, and I hope somebody steps up and asks some questions tonight. They're extraordinary. Someone said, Swami, I don't know where we were, France, do you answer prayers? Do you hear prayers? Do you answer prayers? He said, yes, I hear every prayer, but I answer very few. Most people are praying to get out of their karma, which they created. Oh, please save me from this, make this better, give me some money. He said, occasionally I will take mercy and take on that person's karma, but I can't. The rules of karma are so powerful. You know, you've put it out there. You've got to receive it. If he takes it from you, you've got to come back. And anyway, so yeah, he hears every prayer, but there's very few he can answer because most of our prayers are so involved in our karma. So interesting, so simple the way things really work. He took us to several levels over many years. Imagine every angry thought since the beginning of time, prana energy. Energy never dies. Second law of physics, energy never dies. It just transforms into another frequency. Imagine all the hatred, all the lust, all the anger, all the greed, all the violence collecting since the beginning of time on a nearby dimension. And it has, and I've been there. For years, we were struggling at Swami's behest to destroy as much as possible because he said, why, if this age is coming and this world will be cleansed, then the other worlds have to be cleansed too, because there's a symbiotic relationship going on. Collective consciousness, all the positive thoughts, compassion, mercy, the love, the worship of various gods, whatever, has also collected on a nearby dimension. And they are there, but they're created by your thoughts. Your divinity itself is creating these amazing thought forms. These amazing, amazing characters, many of which are apparently been invited to fill up this big hall tonight. So when Swami says, watch your thoughts, he's not kidding. He's not kidding. It's so important because everything you do, you're so powerful, affects the grid, the collective consciousness. Everything is connected. Whatever you do, whatever thought you have, thought, word, and deed, affects the entire collective consciousness. I know that may seem very strange, and I don't know why he's got me talking about it, but that's the way it is. And you have to think of the bigger picture outside of one's personality, which is a fading moment. We were in Assisi not long ago, and someone asked Swami about life. And he said, you have thousands of lives. It's like a road. He said, this life is just a little bend in the road. Not only is there life after death and having died and been brought back, I can assure you it's beautiful over there, but there's life before birth. This is a continuum. It's just that we're so self-involved, we don't believe in life after death. We don't believe in anything except, we have two enemies that keep us from self-realization. One is the ego. The ego dies with the mind, with the body. The consciousness of who you are does not. But the ego doesn't want you to get involved in spirituality. It doesn't want you to think that something else is happening or something else is in control. It's a very dangerous and powerful aspect of the human condition. The second is the five senses. You wake up in the morning, suddenly you touch, you taste, you smell, you see, you hear, and you are immediately convinced that you're having a mind-body experience and nothing else. So it's really, really important, I found, at least for me, the first thing when I do when I get up in the morning is I talk to Swami, I say a prayer. I try to put myself on a higher level because I know pretty soon my ego, which is the size of Texas and a few other states, and my five senses will come on and keep me from my true identity. So this selfishness, I guess I wasn't going to read this, but I think I will, if it's okay. I am so dim-witted that Swami has to write me letters so I can remember the things that he told me. He's been kind enough to write me 2 letters. And I thought I would read, beautiful stationery, by the way. This is just a copy, but it's really beautiful with gold leaf embossed and his address and his name. I'll just read this one passage because it is so terrifying to me. Dear Tiger, he calls me his tiger. For years, he told everybody, in fact, he first called me that in 1990. And, he used to say to people, now, this is not a zoo tiger, this is a jungle tiger. You must be very careful around this man. And it's true, I am somewhat dangerous. Now he has, after 43 years, he now tells people, I got him almost trained. He's in my zoo. But don't feed him by putting your hands to the bars, which someone did recently and got bit. So, my dearest tiger, accept my blessings. To whom much is given, much is demanded. The world today is a home to terror, fear, violence, and bigotry. The only hope is God. If we fail to take this hope of God to the grief-stricken people of this planet, I'm afraid many more will live in this way and grope in the darkness of selfish ignorance endlessly. So we're at a crossroads, and that's pretty strong talk. So it's very difficult to realize who you are in this age of mistaken identity, but I have found one thing which is so easy to do, and it's an expression, in fact, that came from my family, and I have been spreading it around. It's the only thing you can do, really, right now. Take time to be kind. Be kind to others, people in your family. We neglect our own families, your neighbors, people. You know, because I'm so knocked out, I go into an airport and I go, wow, look at all these divine beings in one place. And there's a lot here today, and that's what you are. You're all divine. Take time to be kind. Saram.
Thank you, Isaac. So I want you to imagine waking up in the morning and knowing that what you're going to face in the day are mothers with children who are going to die if you don't help. That a simple operation could save their child's life. Hands that help are holier than lips that pray. And no one I've met epitomizes that saying more than our dear brother Srinivas. He's been involved in building hospitals for Swami forever. His mother built the second general hospital that Swami operated. Recently, in 2012, he helped, at Swami's direct command, build a hospital in Raipur for pediatric cardiology to operate on those hearts of those children, because no such surgery was possible anyplace else. And even if it were possible, the cost was staggering for people who make just a few dollars a day, if even that, to pay thousands and thousands of dollars for an operation that could save their child's life as much as they'd want it is just out of reach. Swami commanded that a hospital be built in Raipur, and not even knowing Raipur, our brother Srinivas went there, built the hospital. And again, Swami doesn't let his bhaktas rest. In 2016, a new hospital was inaugurated in Delhi by the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, and that is the National Center for Child Heart Health Care. Well, there's two. I don't know if you've heard yet, but guess what? Bhumi Puja coming up this November in Mumbai for number 3. And this is not only for treatment, but this is for research, so we can find ways of preventing the heart disease, maybe find even earlier ways of intervening. And it's also for training, because the hospital in Raipur, this little backward area, with one doctor, performs 4, 5, 6 open heart surgeries per day. It's amazing, with a very high success rate. There's been over 20,000 children treated, with almost 3,500, and I think we may have crossed 3,500 free cardiac surgeries performed. All of that's wonderful. It's amazing. But what touches me most is why he does it. He does it out of his love for his beloved Swami, his caring and compassion for all of us. Present Sri Srinivas.
Most beloved and dearest Swami, sisters and brothers, being with Swami, and especially in the last 5 years, I must confide in you that somehow every day is filled with gratitude. I can only think of that as a description of my day in the last 5 years. That Swami finds in me, and I'm speaking even for all of you, that we could be first of use, we could be worthy in his work, we could be meaningful to ourselves and our societies through our existences, that we could make a difference to being born to our parents and eventually lead lives which would exceed expectations that possibly our parents set for us or we have set for ourselves. Suddenly, with Swami, all the more now, and I can speak for the last 5 years, that every day alongside becomes so reverential. I cannot but think of any other description, because every day seems so filled with the divine. Every day brings you a realization of a new perspective, a new way to view life. New insights seem to be dawning every day, almost sometimes. I'm speaking for myself, moment to moment. Suddenly life, though whatever it may offer to us, seems so beautiful. The ability to see beauty in life and make that a day in and day out habit almost is nothing but reverence which comes out of grace and blessing. We all do live in tumultuous times. We cannot but say that, because the world around us, of which we are creatures, is going through tumultuous phases. There is no running away from the fact that we have to stand up to the challenges that life throws at us. We have to fight the battles of both time and space as long as we exist. We have to fight battles that enable us to make both ends meet, enable us to find fulfillment and purpose which we have anointed ourselves to. We live in times which are so rapidly changing. This is also something we cannot run away. It could be poverty on one side. It could be the lack of various amenities on one side. It could be also goals which man, society, and humanity have set for themselves, that we find ourselves in the midst of so much of dynamism and so much of activity, both cerebral and physical. I, for one, must confide in you that I too have to fight the battles of my life. I've been hearing, and it is so kind when people tell us that somebody built a hospital and somebody built a school. We, for one, know that these are not just descriptive of the words that were used, that they are hospitals. They're not even enough to be said to be temples of healing. They're really institutions of human development, which will give forth not just health, but also well-being, welfare, and a greater design that will unfold through these institutions. Saying that you built a hospital and saying that there is one more built in Delhi and that there is one more coming about, of which there will be a commencement, I believe, in the end of November, will only give you evidence of one simple truth, that if somebody is just sitting here and these institutions are coming into existence and being able to do what they do, it's just a no-brainer that this is the divine at work. Suddenly you feel, are you really working, or are you just an instrument or a being who is instrumentalized for the divine to do its own work? You can just keep sitting here, going around with him, but institutions seem to be coming up out of nowhere. Work seems to be happening. More work seems to be happening as the demands grow on them. Institutions keep sprouting, doing immense good, thereby making lives full of gratitude and reverence. I wonder, and I am more than sure of myself when I say that you are not working, but as Isaac said, if we are divine, we become divine because the divine chooses to work through you. This truly has been the reality of my last 5 years especially. And if there is one experience which is unique I can share with you, what do we really do when we live with the divine? When you abide in His word and when you abound in His service. I will leave this thought with you. It is very profound and I would even dare say prophetic. We are creating platforms of goodness. Just think about this. One of the greatest gifts a man can offer in his life is to create, is to enable, is to leave, to foster and nourish a platform of goodness. The true worth of a human being comes when this platform of goodness has a unique ability to amplify itself and to perpetuate and spread goodness. The power of goodness has been limitedly articulated but hardly experienced. The future of humanity will be written not on platforms of software or computers, but I would think on platforms of human and divine goodness. What value a human being brings to life, to existence, to his mission on this planet, will be defined by how good he is, defined by what goodness he can spread, how he can enable human beings which are otherwise just flesh and blood and a bag of bones, become beings of goodness, become beings wherein they seem to outperform their biological or physical existence. Goodness is the platform that ushers in the true purpose of one's life and a life that is of godliness. We were told in school that goodness results in godliness. We see that as a living reality every hour, every moment with Swami. When we work and become that instrument when he chooses to use you to do his work, however small it might be, when it starts, be sure of one thing: the divine is capable and able to amplify the one into the many. That's the secret of the divine. It might be a small act which he engages in. He might just pick you up, but be sure he has that unique ability, so much so endowed with him that with a twitch of a finger, that one act of goodness through one being can manifest itself, enveloping, embracing all of humanity. So I would leave with you the thought that as we are living in tumultuous times, we are living in extremely profound and spiritual times. We are living with times of which we get glimpses like this when we sit in an adorable, invisible, but experiential presence. When a song is bursting forth from a heart which is but verse or words, suddenly it touches the very core of your being. Unknown beauties emerge from within our hearts. Unlimited potential comes therefrom, and the ability to create your own platforms of goodness comes. And believe you me, these platforms of goodness will be what Swami wants us to create. Every trip which is becoming a sojourn is so unique. I can be very sure of one thing, that none of you who have come into this hall will go back the same. You might know it or you might not know it. But the touch of the divine is so unique that you do not know at which level of consciousness he has touched you. Because which stage of sprout your seeds or hearts are, only he knows. Be sure that you are going to be that great enabler of goodness and therefore godliness. Much has been done, but be sure much more needs to be done. The tasks ahead of us, it may not be physical labor, it could be just kind words, or as Isaac said, or it could be a prayerful heart. We are going to be living lives of goodness and godliness. That is going to write the history of the future. And to that great legacy, Swami is taking us and making our existence so worthwhile. God bless and Saira.
Swami has said the end of education is character. To have that happen, you need to have character education. To have that, you need a leader that forms schools with the grace of Swami that do that. Now, I've got to ask our next speaker one question, because I'm not sure about something. Sir, you told us in Kodi that the two colleges were number 1 and 2 in Karnataka? Is that correct? In Karnataka state. We have two schools, specific schools, that recently took these, I think they're 11th standard tests, and they finished number 1 and 2 in the state. Now, that's pretty amazing by itself, but when you stop and think, these are children from the poorest villages, you start to get an idea of the impact of Swami's character education. Now, Swami loves his students. He said his students are his treasure. And who would you entrust your treasure to? Well, our dear brother Narasimhamurti has been with Swami since he was 19 years old. For 40 years, he was the warden for the different schools that Swami's established in Puttaparthi, in Whitefield, in Mudenhalli. And it's kind of interesting, that term, warden, because in the West, we don't use that term, sir. But I've watched him interact with the students. And he can be very stern, but he's so loving, so loving. He's the senior mentor for all of us that are involved with Swami. He's also an author. He's written volumes 5, 6, and 7 of Satyam Shivam Sundaram, which is Swami's official biography. And he's been a little busy over the last 5 years at Swami's command, bringing up 28 schools on 14 campuses in 9 districts in Karnataka. And for those of you who have not seen, these schools are temples of learning. And it's just absolutely wonderful that Swami has given us such a wonderful leader for those temples of learning in our brother Narasimhamurti. Sir.
Loving salutations at the lotus feet of our most beloved Divine Master, Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. Very esteemed, very dear brothers and sisters. It was once in Singapore. Brother Srinivas was not there. Brother Isaac and myself had traveled with Swami there. First, Swami asked Isaac to speak. He spoke. Then he asked me to speak. I spoke. Then when he got up to speak, he said, "Tiger and lion have spoken. Now the ringmaster will speak." As we await the ringmaster to play his magic, the same ringmaster has given me a topic to speak upon. Just now he gave me a topic. When Swami wills something, it will definitely happen. Nobody can stop it. With us, without us, in spite of us, he will achieve his task. I will tell you a few such examples. One to start with, the first educational campus that Swami founded in the subtle form after he gave up his physical body. Somewhere in the first week of August 2011, almost 3 months after Swami had left his physical body, he told me, it is my will that in a far-off place like Gulbarga, it may not mean anything to you if you don't know the state of Karnataka in South India, but it is one of the most backward areas in the country, not only in that state of Karnataka, in the whole of the country. Swami said, it is my will that an educational campus like we have here in Alike and Mudanali should come up there. I was really stunned. Of course, it was my prayer that I should serve Swami till my last breath. In fact, it was my mother's last prayer to him. Once it so happened that Swami asked me, do you know what your mother prayed when she was in her last moments? I don't go into details of that. How many schools, how many educational campuses he wanted to establish in the state of Karnataka? I said, Swami, he was always telling us 10 campuses. And Swami said, on that day, not 10, we are going to establish 30 educational campuses in the state, one in each and every district. Believe me, I did not believe him. Having lived with Swami for more than 45 years by that time, by 2011, after having seen mammoth projects, whichever he announced happening, I had my own doubt. But he said, you go to Gulbarga, and first visit, September 7th, I still remember, 2011, I went there, and a congregation of devotees was arranged by one of our friends there. And Swami had told me to make 3 announcements there. I was very hesitating to make those announcements, but Swami insisted that you have to make those 3 announcements. Number 1, the first was the Bhumi Puja, or the Shankustapana, or foundation stone for the new educational campuses would be performed, Bhumi Puja would be performed before this birthday of Swami, that is 2011, November 23rd. And 7th of September, I went there. I had to make the announcement. Bhumi Puja would be there, but I did not know where the Bhumi was, where that ground was. I did not know about it. The second announcement Swami wanted me to make was, in June 2012, a high school would be started in that campus. And we had not even applied for permission for starting the educational campus. And I had to make the announcement, next June, the educational campus will come into existence with a high school. And thirdly, that a magnificent building, majestic building, would be inaugurated by the next birthday, before next birthday. With the trepidation in my heart, I made all the 3 announcements with not complete faith. But I saw for myself how each and every one of them was fulfilled. And Swami himself gave the Bhumi Puja was performed on 21st of November 2011. We found the land, and Swami identified that land very, very kindly, very, very compassionately for me. I've already identified 50 acres of land sloping towards east and north. There is an old road on the eastern side and a good road on the southern side. I went around after visiting about 20-30 spots. We could identify that land, and their Bhumi Puja was performed. And the school was started, high school was started in June 2012. And when it came to the building, it was a real task not only for me, even for Madhusudan, because Swami very kindly sent him with me for completion of that particular building. The plan was given by Swami. It should be a pentagon, Swami said. And I found out there was no pentagon built anywhere in India by that time. And it was built, it was inaugurated before next birthday on 19th of November 2012. And one of my good friends who came from the United Kingdom was speaking. He said there are only 2 pentagons in the world. One for mass destruction, another for mass redemption. That's what he said on that day. And another, I would say, was a girls' campus near Chikballapur. On 6th of November 2014, Swami visited the girls' school in Chikballapur town, which is about 7-8 kilometers from Mudanelli campus. There, Swami had inspired us to start a girls' school, completely free education, English medium school for girls coming from slum areas and from very poor families. And November 6, 2014, Swami visited the school, and we have a very beautiful prayer hall there. As Swami was walking, one girl just popped up a letter, and Swami picked it up. And Swami went on to the dais, he sat down, I was watching. Swami opened the letter, he was reading it, and he asked a few of us to speak. And finally, while Swami speaking, he announced that here is a girl student who has written to me. She is the daughter among 4 children of a peon in a government office. And her father earns as less than 10,000 rupees per month. And he would not have educated her because even now in India, that girls are not given preference when it comes to education. They think, why should we educate girls? We educate our boys, not girls. And I would not have even studied in a high school and come up to this matriculation level if Swami had not started this school here, a free education school. I have studied here for 3 years. Now I am completing my matriculation. And next year, my father, she had written to Swami. Next year, my father will not definitely send me to a college because he cannot afford. Swami, please help me to join a college. And Swami announced that next year we are going to start a pre-university college in the very same campus. While coming back to Mudanhalli, in the car, I submitted to Swami with folded palms, Swami, you announced that next June you are going to start a pre-university college in the same campus. It is not possible, I told. That is why Swami calls me Indian Doubting Thomas. And Swami asked me why. Swami, for the simple reason, the last date for submitting applications to the government for starting a college is over. 6 days back it is over. 31st of October was the last date. Today is 6th of November. We have not even submitted the application. Then how will we get the permission and no college could be started? And Swami just kept quiet. Next morning, first thing, I take the newspaper, see on the first page, date for submission of applications to start new colleges was extended to 12th of December. I went to Swami and told him, Swami, it is possible. Then Swami told me, you tell me both things. Yesterday you told me it is not possible. And today you come and tell me it is possible. Swami, this is what it is. The college was started. The college was started, and that girl joined that college, and she passed out. Not only one girl, about 50, 60 girls this year in that pre-university college, which is 11th and 12th in India, they passed out, and that college, even in the first year of its establishment, stood third in the whole district where there are 120 colleges. And here I would like to conclude by telling you what it means starting of a school or starting of a college is. A boy joined the Gulbarga Educational Campus in 2012. He joined in the 8th class. He completed 8th, 9th, 10th class, and he passed out of our 10th class, and he joined our pre-university college in Muddinahalli. And that boy was the youngest among the alumni when the alumni congregate for an annual conference, and he spoke. See, this is how Swami cares for each and everybody. When Brother Isaac was asking you, how many of you believe that you are divine? I just remembered a particular stanza from the Bhagavad Gita, what Lord Krishna has said. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye yatatapambi siddhanam kaschin mam veti tattvataha. Out of thousands of men and women who are born on this planet, one person chooses to tread the Godward path. And out of thousands of people who tread that path, one person will realize me, as said. But for Swami, it is not numbers. Every one of us count. What that boy said in that annual congregation of alumni, this is what he said. He said, my name is Ankush. My father was dead even when I was born. And my mother is a daily laborer going to others' field and working to feed herself and feed me. And we have in our village a school up to only 7th class, a government school, where I need not have to pay much. And my mother educated me. My mother told me when I was in 7th class, my mother told me, next year you're not going to join a high school because there is no high school in the vicinity. And I can't afford any fees. But it is divine will of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. I believe that Swami started that Gulbarga campus in 2012 June only for my sake. It is in the vicinity of my village. Just because Baba started this free education school, my mother sent me to 8th class. Now today I passed out of 10th class. I have completed my matriculation. I am very happy to say I have secured 94% marks. That is what he announced. So starting of a school or college or starting of a hospital, it is for such individuals who enjoy the divine compassion. Even this pre-university college, which Swami started for girls, this year there is a girl who stood first in the pre-university college. She studied in Kannada medium right up to her 10th class. And her father is a cook in our hostel in Muddinahalli. He could not have definitely sent his daughter to pre-university college, but for this college which Swami started. And now she completed her pre-university, which is 11th and 12th, and she stands first in the pre-university college. And Swami assured her, she is the son of a cook, imagine. Swami assured her, you are going to become a doctor. And I will see that you will join a medical college. And she spoke recently when Swami opened the first grade college for women near Chikbolapur, a new educational campus, Satyasai Prashant Niketanam. And she said, but for Swami, forget me becoming a doctor, I could not have definitely continued my 11th and 12th class or pre-university also. And this year she has passed the NEET examination for, just yesterday I got her result. NEET examination, she has got 87 percentile marks in the NEET examination, and Swami will see to it that she will become a doctor. So it is Swami wills anything, it will happen. Nobody can stop the divine will from functioning, and we have seen it all over the world. And with Swami, we had the good fortune of traveling to more than 30 countries, and whatever he says, it will happen. For example, last year in San Jose, he told a few of them, a few of them are sitting here, we need an ashram in San Jose, Silicon Valley. Nobody believed it. How could we get land? And it has so happened that they could find 17 acres of land in Silicon Valley in a good address, and Bhumi Puja was performed just last week, and Swami announced that next June I am coming here to inaugurate this ashram, inaugurate this center for development. And now they are buoyed up. Now they are buoyed up. Swami has said, and it will happen. It will surely happen. That is a divine will. And he has willed that he is preparing the ground in these 11 years of the mission, current mission of subtle form, Sukshma Satya Sai. He is preparing the ground for the advent of Prema Sai, who would achieve the ultimate task of uniting mankind in bond of love and lead mankind to love, back to peace, back to caring and sharing, and whereby the planet would be saved. Thank you very much, Swami, for giving me this topic. And now I pray to Bhagavan to grant his divine message. Thank you. Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. As we pray to Bhagavan, I perceive him seated here in this beautiful couch in an ochre robe, and I repeat as he speaks. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani paschyantu, ma kaschit dukkham apniyat. Dear embodiments of divinity, the great Indian culture prays thus: Sarve bhavantu sukhina. Let all the beings be happy. Sarve santu niramaya. Let all the people be free of diseases. Sarve bhadrani paschyantu. Let all the beings see auspiciousness, goodness everywhere. Ma kaschit dukkham apniyat. Let nobody have any sorrow, any grief. This great ideal of wishing good, wishing happiness, wishing prosperity of not just those who are related to us by blood or by any other social relation, but to all humanity, in fact to all the beings, is an ideal that is worth emulating. When the ancient ones declared that to the person of broad mind, the whole of the world is a family, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, they did not base this kind of saying on a relation of body or blood or family, but they declared this because they understood the oneness of the entire creation. The one who sees multiplicity in unity is ignorant, whereas the one who sees unity in diversity is the one of wisdom. Therefore, it is said, Advaita Darshanam Jnanam. True wisdom is to know and to see the oneness. Sah pashyati yah pashyati. Those who see that, they alone see. The rest are blind. That is what Bhagavad Gita declares. It is this oneness that becomes the basis of a prayer of this order, where we wish well for every being, not just our own or others. For there are no others, they are all our own people. But praying with these things with lips is not going to achieve much. Let's assume you are hungry and you sit at the table and keep praying for food and chanting chapati, chapati, or let's say in America, pizza, pizza. It's not going to fall in your plate and you are not going to satisfy your hunger. But in reality, if you put effort, go walk all the way to the place where the food is, take that food into the plate, bring it to the table, sit down and put that food in your mouth, chew, swallow it and digest it. That's when your hunger is going to be satisfied. While it's been said that divine sankalpa or divine will can achieve anything, but yes, it can achieve anything provided there are divine instruments to achieve it. What divine will looks for is the instrument that is willing to surrender itself and work in accordance with the divine will. Bhagavad Gita says, Nimitta matram bhavasavya sachi. Be an instrument, that is all. Rest I will do. But you have to just be an instrument in the divine hand. All this is possible. In fact, there is nothing that is impossible for a selfless thought. But only if it is coupled with selfless action can it be achieved. Just a selfless thought alone is not going to achieve much. But when this thought translates into selfless action, then everything is possible to do. Today, what we are witnessing are the examples of this selfless thought translating into selfless actions. And that has led to the fulfillment of this prayer that let all beings be happy, let all be free of diseases, let all the people see auspiciousness, let there nobody be having any sorrow. Prayers, when they are translated into service, alone can achieve this great ideal. And why should we do this service? It's not for anyone else's sake. Paropakara, that is to, loosely translated, it means to help other. Ashtadasha Puraneshu Vyasasya Vachanadvayam Paropakaraya Punyaya Papaya Parapidanam, which means the essence of 18 Puranas, the scriptures, as told by sage Vyasa, the composer, is Paropakaraya Punyaya. To help others is merit. Papaya Parapidanam. To hurt others is sin. So when you say this word Paropakara, it is made of 3 parts. Para, Upa, Kara. Para means divine. Upa means near. Kara means it does. Therefore, service or Paropakara is that which brings you closer to the divine. Tigrid kept on saying, all are divine beings, all are divine beings. Then why are we not able to understand this divinity? Because, let us say there is an object right in front of you. But if you have cataract in your eyes, you cannot see the object. It does not mean the object does not exist. It's merely your inability to see that object that makes you ignorant of its presence. But when we do an operation and remove this cataract which blocks our vision is clear again. And then when we see, we find the object is very much there. Likewise, in this world, The vision that God has given us, the divine vision, is being obstructed by this cataract of selfishness, which is born out of ignorance, which sees diversity everywhere where there is unity. And this cataract has to be removed in order to see our own divine vision. This cataract can be removed through an operation, and that operation is service or paropakara. Service alone can remove all the selfishness from our hearts and make us selfless again, make us purer, and make us closer to God. Everybody wants to be close to God. They want to be near Swami, near God. But the reason they are not near God is because they are not yet dear to God. If you become dear to God, you will become near to God on your own. You don't have to go behind Him. He will come running after you wherever you are. But the only way one can become dear to God is by serving Him and loving Him, not in one place or not in one person, but in all. Therefore the saying, love all, serve all. It's not possible to love and serve everyone unless we base our vision on the divinity which is inherent in every part of this creation. When they do work, I tell them, don't even do it for my sake. Don't do it, of course, don't do it for your sake at all. But don't even do it for my sake. Do it for the sake of the divine which exists in everyone. When you serve others, you're really not serving others. You're serving your own self. You're serving your own master. You're serving your own divinity. In that way, you must perceive that there are no others. Everyone is ours. In a room full of mirrors, if a dog walks in and looks at so many reflections, it will think that there are so many dogs which are there in that room also. And it will start barking out of fear. And the more it barks, the more it gets barked at from the mirrors. But in the same room, let's see a man walks in. Or even better, a woman walks in with so many mirrors around. She is going to admire herself in all the mirrors. And she will never be tired of doing it. The more she smiles at the more the mirror smiles at her. And they will be very, very happy because he or she is aware that this is my own reflection. This is not somebody else in the mirror. This is not other. This is my own. When we feel like that, then the whole creation becomes one for us. In every person, we see our own selves. In every being, we see our own self. And at that point of time, it's possible for us to love all and serve all. My teachers often ask me, Swami, there are thousands of students, but you seem to love everyone so equally. We are dealing with a few, but we are not able to give them the same kind of love. How can we do that? I tell them, the very thought is wrong. I am not loving others. I am loving myself when I love those children. Because I see myself in each one of them. And it's very easy to love oneself. If you have to look at yourself in the mirror, you can go on admiring yourself for hours. You will never be tired. But if you have to look at somebody else's face, in 2 minutes you will be tired of looking at them. So when I look at these children, I don't see them as others. I don't see them as different from me. I see my reflection in each one of them. And so it is very easy for me to love everyone. The one who removes this block in the vision, this cataract, through selfless service, selfless prayers, coupled with selfless service, alone can see this kind of a divine vision where everything becomes one. Ekam sat vipraha bhagdavadanti. There is only one. The wise men call it by different names. Ekam eva advitiyam. There is only one. There are no two. Ekoham bahusyam. Only one has become many. The scriptures have told this in so many ways. Obviously, they have experienced this, they have understood this, and that's why they have proclaimed. You have no idea what feeling it is when you feel this oneness with this entire creation. That feeling is indescribable. Only one has to experience it to know it. If somebody who has not eaten sweet, how much ever you explain what a sweet is like, he is not going to understand. You may tell, sweet is not salty, sweet is not bitter, sweet is not sour, sweet is not spicy, but till he puts a little piece of sweet on his own tongue, he will not know what the nature of sweet is. Likewise, how much ever I tell you, everything is one, all are one, my dear son, be alike to everyone, nothing is going to come out of it unless you go and experience it for yourself. By looking at or listening to, you are not going to realize the truth. The truth can be realized only by one's own experience, and that experience will come only with one's own effort. Therefore, your efforts to realize that oneness is extremely important. And I told very simple method is just serve others, because service first removes the ego. And once the ego goes, all the cousins of ego, selfishness, hatred, greed, everybody is also gone. When you serve, you really become closer to divine. You understand the divinity with each other. I was in San Jose a couple of days ago, and I had told the youth over there, last year, you should go and look for children of the age 6 to 16 who are homeless, and you must help them in a permanent way. Not go on a weekend, give them some food to eat, and then come back feeling great that you have done great help to somebody. Not true. Find a solution which will help them permanently come out of this misery. He went around searching for the children, but there are no children he found on the streets. He only saw older people and no children. Surprised, he looked for them in many other homes, and there he met one father. This father has to do nothing with me. He has not met me, I have not met him, so to say. But in heart of hearts, he heard. What did he hear? When our youth boy went and told him, we are looking for these young people to help them, he first suspected them, asking, are you police people? Are you coming to do some investigation? He said, no, we just want to serve, we just want to help. Are you from some kind of organization? So we are not from any organization, we are not from police, we are just young people, want to help some more young people. What makes you feel like this? What makes you think like this? They asked these young boys, because there are plenty of youth, but not everybody thinks like this. And when they asked, this boy said, we want to follow our master's command. And then this father, who is a Christian priest, he asked, what is your master's command? He said, my master says, hands that help are holier than lips that pray. Immediately the father was very pleased. He said, who is your master? I also would like to meet him. What profound words are these? This is the essence of all the religion, that if we can help with our hands, it's better than praying with our lips. And he involved himself, got all the permissions that is required, got all the things that are required, and taught them how to start this shelter for the young people and where to find them. Because the young people undergo tremendous turmoil, tremendous kind of difficulties which cannot be even put in words. Especially young girls, they have to suffer a lot without a home, without a family. To protect all of them and put them under care is what Swami had commanded. And this boy did all this work. Now, as Srinivas says, goodness leads to goodness, to goodness. One person's goodness led to another person. Now they are also happy working together to see to that all these children are put into right kind of environment. They are given education, they are given protection, and at the end of it, they are made capable so that they can look after not only themselves, but also 10 other people who are needing this help. And then our Murali, as per my command, open one company in the same area. The company, what it is going to do? It is going to employ these kind of young men and women who are on the streets, who don't have education. It will train them and put them into the jobs so that they don't become a burden on the society. They become a part of the society, live with the same pride and same self-respect as it is given to those with homes and families. This is translation of prayer into service. Simply sitting and praying, let there be nobody homeless, let there be no one jobless, let there be nobody without food, let there be nobody without... This is not going to work. So when all people join hands and work towards translating this prayer into meaningful service, that is when it is going to yield results. Today the youth feel so happy. They say, When we look at these homeless people, we thank our fortune, we thank God for giving us parents, for giving us a family to live with, for giving us a roof over our head, for giving us food on our plates, for giving us education, for giving us abilities to earn a living and earn a respect. We feel so contented. We don't compare and feel bad that we don't have something else. We feel so contented that we have got so much more than all these children who are on the street. See, this is what service does to you. It helps you realize that what God has already looked after you so well. There are no more complaints then. You already thank God for what you have. And this kind of a feeling, each one of us must develop. Look at the plight of a country like this. It is the most powerful country, the biggest country, the wealthiest country in the whole of the world. At the same time, right in its own backyard, we see so many people without roof, without food, without families. Should our hearts not melt looking at the plight of the people around us? Have our hearts become stone that they don't even resonate with the need of the place? Have we become so blind that we can't see the sufferings and the difficulties of the people just around us? Have we become so inhumane, but consumed by all the materialistic attitude and all kinds of desires that we are unable to think about others who are around us? Let us not be like this. Tigret said, to whom much is given, much will be demanded. You have received Swami's love. You have received Swami's grace. You have received Swami's guidance. And therefore, it is demanded of you to help others, to serve others, to care for others, and to ensure that there is no one who is unhappy. As much it lies in you, to the best of your capacities, you must do. If each person looks after another person, whole world will change. It is just that one must feel that this is not just our family, but that person also is our own. With that one person helping another person can change the way things are. And it will set an ideal for others also to follow. As it is said, as the noblemen set an example, the whole society follows that. Yajada charati shrestha. The way noblemen behave, tat deve tarojanaha. That is how the whole others will follow. Sa yad pramanam kurte. The kind of example they set, lokas tad anuvartate. The world also follows that kind of example. So set good example. Many ask me, what can I do for you, Swami? What can I do? I tell them, be an example. Be an example to others. Just to be. Then you do. Then you see. Then you tell. First you be what Swami wants you to be. Then do as what you are. Then you see what is happening around you. And then you have the right to tell, correct, or do anything to others. Unless you are like me, you are what you are supposed to be, you cannot help others. In yesterday's meeting, one man from Colorado asked me, Swami, how can I help you in your mission? I told him, the only way you can help me in my mission is you become me. If you become me, then instead of one Sai Baba, there will be two. And imagine how much work two Sai Babas can do if one has done so much. That is how you must all feel. The good part is that you already are me. You already are me. You don't have to even become me. You have to only unbecome what you are not. You have to remove that which is not me in you, and what will be remaining is only me. All you have to do is remove this cover, remove this unnecessary, unwanted things that cover this divinity. And then deep down inside, you will see this flame of divine self glowing. And in that flame, you will see that we are not different. We are the same. In fact, nobody is different. All are same. But this has to be done, and that is sadhana. That to achieve that, we must put that effort. Many may take the path of jnana. Many would like to do meditation, do dhyana, do japa. But to me, I'll tell you, easiest path is to serve others. The more you serve, the more you become like me. The less you serve, the more you remain as you are. The higher the service, the faster is the resemblance to what Swami is. Therefore, it is said, na tapansi, na tirthanam, na shastranam, japan nahi, samsara sagarottare, sajjanam sevanam vina. neither by penance, nor by going to pilgrimages, nor by reading scriptures, nor by doing japa or chanting the mantra, but by serving the people in the world alone, one can cross over this ocean of samsara. So take this message of Swami to love and serve everyone with all your heart, all your might as the mantra. Don't ask me for any other mantra. This is the mantra. Love all, serve all is the mantra. If you live by this mantra, anything can be achieved. Every day, all of you and those associated or related to you must put efforts to see to that every day we do some selfless service. One selfless service a day keeps the ego away. One selfless service every day. It could be to your family, to your neighbors, to your society, anyone, without any expectations. Nishkama karma. Without any expectations. You just do, for you have the right over doing, you have no right over results. We don't even expect that they should acknowledge us, they should honor us, they should pat us for what we have done. We simply do because our joy is in doing. Joy of river is in flowing. It doesn't care who drinks from it, who spits in it, who bathes in it. Doesn't care. Its joy is in flowing because only when it flows can it reach the ocean. It is immaterial what happens on the way. Likewise, our joy is to serve because service will make us reach Swami. And with this service, those who benefit, it is a part of this service. We don't even wait to see how they are benefited, whether they are realizing it or not. We just serve and move forward. This way, everybody should join hands and you should change the way the people in America think. The people, especially the younger generation and the coming generations, must have an example to follow. Whatever example you set, that is what they are going to follow. And it's not given to everyone that they could come to Swami and learn these things. You have learned, you have experienced, and since you have got this, so obviously there is more expectation, more demand from the set of devotees who have learned this. Simply calling oneself devotee by putting on vibhuti mark or wearing white dresses or saying Sairam, Sairam will not qualify you. You must live according to the expectations of what a devotee is. Because you see, when it comes to sacrifice and service, only one will know who is a true devotee, who is not. I'll tell you a small story. This story is in a kingdom. It seems everybody was an Atmagyani. Everybody was a realized soul. That's what they claimed. So one day, a person walked into this village who was a kind of a Vaidya, a doctor practicing medicine. He walked into this village, and when he came in, the next person asked him, "What are you here for?" He said, "I'm here to cure people of diseases. I practice medicine." They said, "Nobody is having any disease here. You see, everybody is self-realized person, and nobody needs a doctor, nobody needs anything. We are all happy and contented in our lives. You will not find any business here, so it's better you go to some other village looking for it." He got a doubt. How is it possible that in a town or in a kingdom, everybody is a realized soul? So he stayed there to observe what is happening. Unfortunately, it so happened that the king developed some kind of a sickness. And since there were no doctors in the village, he heard about it and went all the way to help the king. When the king saw him, he asked, "What is the cure for my sickness which has come to me all of a sudden?" He said, "Very, very simple cure is there. If you do that, you will be fine and you will be well within an hour." He said, "Tell me, what is it? What kind of medicine is that?" He said, "It's very simple. You have to just get me a pound of flesh from an Atmagyani, from a self-realized soul. I need a pound of flesh. That is all I require." The king said, "Oh, how am I going to find it?" This doctor said, "It's very easy. In your kingdom, everybody is supposed to be self-realized. Catch anybody and get a pound of flesh." King immediately ordered his ministers, "Go find a person who is self-realized and get a pound of flesh for my disease to be cured." When the minister and the soldiers went around in the village asking, "Who is self-realized? Who is self-realized?" everybody said, "Oh, I am not self-realized. I am not self-realized." Then you come to know who is self-realized and who is not when it comes to practicing it. Simply saying, I'm devotee, I'm not going to help. Student may join the school, put on the nice school uniform, nice identity card, pen, books, bag, everything. But if he does not study in the class, does not pass the exams, it's no point in being a student. Likewise, one may externally appear to be devotee, wanting to do things, but internally one is not purified oneself, has not become selfless, it's not going to help. If you really want to help in Swami's mission, if you want to be dear to Swami, near to Swami, the only way forward is that you have to be like me. And which means you have to give up all kinds of desires, selfishness, attachments, and lead a selfless, fearless life, knowing very well that Swami is in charge and he is going to protect us. We don't need anything other than him and his grace. And that with us is good enough to take care of ourselves. With this feeling, you must all lead a very pious, noble, selfless lives and be an example to other people around you. This is the only expectation, this is the only wish that I have, and I believe that each one of you will work towards it and make my wish for you and the whole of America come true. With these words of blessings, I conclude.
साईं भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं। साईं भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं। साईं नाम बिना आनंद नहीं। साईं नाम बिना आनंद नहीं। प्रेम भक्ति बिना उधार नहीं। भक्ति बिना उधार नहीं। जन सेव बिना निर्वाण नहीं। जन सेव बिना निर्वाण नहीं। साईं भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं। जप ध्यान बिना संयोग नहीं। जप ध्यान बिना संयोग नहीं। प्रभु दर्श बिना प्रज्ञान नहीं। प्रभु दर्श बिना प्रज्ञान नहीं। दय धर्म बिना सत्कर्म नहीं। दय धर्म बिना सत्कर्म नहीं। भगवान अपना नहीं, भगवान बिना कोई अपना नहीं। साईं नाथ बिना परमात्मा नहीं। साईं नाथ बिना परमात्मा नहीं। साईं भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं। साईं नाम बिना आनंद नहीं। प्रेम भक्ति बिना उद्धार नहीं। जन सेव बिना निर्वाण नहीं। जप ध्यान बिना संयोग नहीं। प्रभु दर्श बिना प्रज्ञान नहीं। दया धर्म बिना सत्कर्म नहीं। भगवान बिना कोई अपना नहीं। भगवान बिना कोई अपना नहीं। साईं नाथ बिना परमात्मा नहीं। साईं नाथ बिना परमात्मा नहीं। साईं भजन बिना सुख शांति 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 नहीं। साईं भजन बिना सुख शांति। साईं भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं। 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 साईं नाम बिना आनंद नहीं। साईं भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं। सुख शांति नहीं। सुख शांति नहीं।
Swami's command and directive and his divine will that November 25th of this year, 2017, will be the foundation groundbreaking ceremony of the Sri Satya Sai Sanjeevani Center for Child Heart Care and Training in Cardiac Sciences. So all of you are most welcome. 25th of November 2017 in Mumbai. In Mumbai.
ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक प्रति महेश्वरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतिका आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपद बांधवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे मात पिता गुरुदेवम मरियंतयुनीवे स्वामी मरियंतयुनीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नागेंद्र शैना ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप जस्वियो साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगल आरती अंधुको मंगल आरती अंधुको मंदर गिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा ओम शांति 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 समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की
Been commanded by Swami to tell you that there's prasadam as you leave the hall. And thank you all for tonight. Sarah.
Thank you for attending the 2017 public event. Please exit through the lobby. As you exit, you will receive a gift bag and boxed food. If you would like to take some flowers home, please come forward to the edge of the stage